Music! Welcome to the Oasis. I'm Jordan.
I'm John.
John, what are we doing?
Today we're going to be reviewing Gundam builds while drinking beer, and we're going to have a good time.
Absolutely. John, what Gundam are you going to be reviewing today for us?
I have the Barbatos Lupus Master Grade Gundam.
I will be reviewing Gundam Vidar. John, how long did it take you to build the Lupus?
I'm going to say since it was my first build, it took me about 3 hours.
3 hours. And how long have you been building Gundams for?
About a month and a half.
Awesome, awesome. I feel like I should take some credit for it though, because I definitely really got you into it.
Yeah.
Well, Raph did too.
No, we walked into a Gundam store, and I had no idea what they were at the time. I just thought they were toys, and I'd make fun of them a lot, and yeah, he wasn't even working there at the time, and by the time I left, I bought a Gundam. He sold me on my very first one, and I have a decent sized collection now.
But Gundams I got into about 2 years ago. They're really fun, they're really relaxing. I definitely enjoy my time building them, but you know, definitely one of my favorite series so far is Iron Blooded Orphans. What about you?
Build wise, I enjoy Iron Blooded Orphans. It's simpler than the other builds. Detail wise, the 00 series.
I definitely enjoyed building the Vidar. The Vidar is super articulated. I love his action poses. He just looks so cool and ferocious. Just his overall design, the build quality is there. He doesn't really have any loose pieces or hanging pieces. And I really wouldn't say it wasn't too difficult to build. I would definitely say that I wish it had a little bit more detail. As far as being able to panel line with Gundam markers and paint, you know, that's a given. But I feel like with these Iron Blooded Orphan figures, just a little bit more detail would have been great. Like some more attention to where the facial structure is, you know, the V thing.
Especially with other series, like you put like 3 pieces together for the head basically, and then like it's done. But if you take a different series, you build every little piece of the head. My first like real Gundam was the Exia, and it took me a half an hour alone to build the head because there are so many tiny pieces. It was my first like experience with it. But I do have to say, with IBO being the first series that I've ever watched, I went backwards. I watched that first, and I went like down the line. This
Definitely scattered, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you watched it, right?
Yeah. Oh man. First series was IBO. Second series was 00, and like at the time I was watching 00 and Unicorn at the same time, so I was like jumping back and forth. But then I was like IBO. 00 and then Unicorn. But anyways, like I do have to say, like if you want a nice, relaxing build, it would have to be the IBO series because like they're just so like chill and like they're easier to build, and like my favorite part about them is like the skeleton.
Absolutely, the exoskeleton, the endoskeleton.
Yep. Putting that together and just seeing how it unfolds, and like it just gets you hyped to put the armor on and see what it looks like afterwards.
Absolutely, and I gotta tell you, the skeleton on him, I mean, when you build a skeletal Gundam, that's the first thing you build is the skeleton, and then you follow the directions, and it tells you to put all the little pieces together and attach it to the frame. And the Vidars was so intricate in a way where it was like, okay, this doesn't have the typical skeletal frame of like, you know, a Wing Gundam or the RX-78 or even the Exia. Like it was definitely unique and different. And I from what I've seen with the Barbatos, he's definitely not only he does look ferocious, he looks like he's ready to fight just standing right there. But he looks like his frame was pretty interesting too, right?
Yeah, it was. And honestly, like it's hard to see, but I think it's the coolest thing having like these little pistons. Like it's like the upper body separated from the lower body, and then having the pistons there just looks wicked awesome. And honestly, it was definitely a fun build, and I look forward to building more from this series.
So, you know, to be honest with you though, this beer is really tasty. What do you think?
Oh, I haven't been able to stop drinking it. I'm almost up to my first can.
So did you know that this beer is actually, it's from a brewery and restaurant. It's actually in San Francisco. It's packaged in New York, so it must go from San Francisco to New York to wherever. But it's definitely nice to get something from the West Coast to the East Coast, because you were actually just in California not too long ago.
Yeah.
And there's a particular beer there that they have that you can't get here, right?
Exactly. I've been looking in every liquor store possible.
It's crazy, but it's awesome that they definitely have stuff like this. So maybe they do sell here. It's just we gotta find.
I will find it.
We gotta find the liquor store that has it.
And if I do find it, we're gonna be drinking it on this channel.
I hope so. I definitely want to try it. The way you make it sound is amazing. This beer though, it's really super tasty and super hoppy, and I can't say that enough. I could honestly drink this all night long. It's 7% alcohol by volume. So I mean, it's like a typical beer. I mean, Bud Light has what, like 6, something around that, 6, 7. So it's usually like a typical beer.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, you can fact check me. I'm not 100% on Bud Light. But yeah, anywho, this is really delicious.
But I can't get over the can, honestly.
That is such a cool can. I honestly think that I'm gonna start saving cans from beers like this.
Oh, I collect bottles. Back in April, I went on vacation to San Diego,
I'm going for
and
another.
I had one of the best beers that I've ever had. And it's a 4-pack. It's it's actually called the. It's
Frothy and foamy.
called Modern Times Blazing World. It's honestly, I've been looking for it since I got back. It's just a beer that I can't find here. So if you guys find it, definitely send it my way. Massachusetts.
You know what's so funny about Massachusetts? Anytime you tell someone you live in Massachusetts, how's Boston?
I don't know.
You
I don't
must
live
be
in
from Boston. Well, no, anytime I tell someone I live in Massachusetts, like I drive to Rhode Island all the time. That's where I was from. And I'm like, oh, I live in Massachusetts. Oh, we're in Boston. Oh, as if Boston's its own separate state, and they automatically assume I have like a messed up accent, and they think I talk like, wear my khakis all the time. Even though I'm having a perfectly normal conversation with them, they automatically assume I'm from Boston, which is, it's crazy.
This is like strong ass beer, guys. Holy shit, I need some more pizza.
If you put so much hard work and effort into crafting your beer, which both me and my wife, we've seen what it takes, within a distillery and what it takes to go through the whole fermenting process, so on and so forth. Because when we went on our honeymoon, or not honeymoon, we were celebrating our anniversary with the Foxwoods, and they actually have a little brewery there and a restaurant. Stony Creek was the name of the place. It's in Foxwoods, which is in Connecticut. So if you want to go to Foxwoods, check them out. Their food is amazing and their beer is great. It's literally, it's from distillery right to the table. Like they craft all their beers there, and it goes right out. And they're always doing new beers, new flavors, new everything. And they have people working overnight to, basically get these new beer flavors out. But this beer right here, you put so much time and effort into a beer, making it really good. Why not go with a kick-ass can? And this is definitely awesome. I love the way this looks. And actually, John, you collect bottles, don't you?
I do. The first bottle I ever got, I was just like, I can't go this way. It was the Kraken Black Spiced Rum. It was very strong alcohol, but the bottle is beautiful, and it just reminded me of like the older times. So I decided to keep it. The second bottle I got was from Lucky. It was the Lucky Buddha beer from the Noodle Bowl down in New Bedford.
Exactly, guys. If you guys have not been to Noodle Bowl, it is a ramen restaurant. They have all kinds of other things, different cuisines, between like their custom burger sliders, where they actually make their burgers and their buns made out of ramen, which is amazing. The ramen bowls are amazing. The double beef, the rare beef, it's so good. They're actually in New Bedford on Purchase Street, and I'll tag them down in the description. So if you guys want to check them out, please do. Their food is amazing, and I highly recommend you get there and try some of this Lucky Buddha, because it's fantastic.
Honestly, such an amazing beer, and the bottle was beautiful. So I asked if I could take one home, and I was able to.
You were scared to leave with that bottle though, because you made it seem like it was such a bad thing to be leaving with it. Like we got out to the sidewalk, and like I swear to you, when I say like he had this thing like tucked away, that's what was going on. I'm like, John, you can. She said you can have it, and he's like, I know, but I don't want it. Give it a toast. Thank you guys for watching once again. If you guys like this video, please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely turn on the bell for the notifications so that way you can be part of our notification squad, and you guys will be
constantly updated on when we have new
content
coming out. And
I feel like that was such a smooth sentence if only one person could just keep the shit going.
We'll definitely have videos out weekly.
And as always, keep building.